What's going on, everybody? The Wedding Pro Podcast. We're back with another edition of Hyper Focus. I'm Chuckie Gookins.
Tim Anderson.
And we are super excited. We are on location today at the beautiful Gramercy Lakeside Manor. We're going to take a tour with Victoria. She's going to show us this amazing event space, and we're going to have a Q&A and just learn from Victoria and Chef Nico.
Love it. I'm excited. Let's do it.
Let's go. As promised, here we are at the Gramercy Lakeside Manor with the beautiful and amazing, knowledgeable Victoria. Hello, Victoria.
Hi, guys.
What's up?
So we are excited. Victoria is going to take us on a little tour. We're going to start with the cocktail hour, and we're just going to kind of go along on a journey and see where it takes us. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Let's go.
All right,
Let's
get
go.
started.
All right, so we are in the cocktail hour, and I just want to pass it off to Victoria. Take us through what this space is utilized for, and I love it as it is right now. It's kind of like a blank canvas, which is really lovely, and obviously for the big day, you can dress this up however they want, but take us through where the magic happens at this cocktail hour.
You got it. So right now it is set up a little differently from a wedding because we do have a Sweet 16 tomorrow. So a lot of the tables right now are being utilized inside. But in here, down this middle section, is where all the cold displays would go. So we do one menu. We like to keep it nice and simple, and it kind of includes everything for them. So your cold displays, you got your fruit display, vegetable display, raw bar, all of your cold salads. All of your hot stations are going to be down these sides of the room against these walls with all of your attendants behind each. That's going to be pasta, carving, Asian wok, Spanish, mashed potato bar, and all of your other chafing dishes.
That's the good stuff.
So we have enough seating in this room. So I would say about 130 to 150 guests. We have a lot of high tops as well. So there's always a spot for the guests to put their food and their beverage. Always reserve 2 tables for the bride and groom's family. So parents, grandparents always have a place to sit.
It's really important.
Yeah.
That's super smart. Now, Tim, as a photographer, an amazing one that you are, when you are shooting and it's such a long day, and we're here at the Gramercy, how excited are you when you get your 10-minute break to kind of pop into cocktail hour?
This is like, honestly, so I usually go for like pasta station. Like that is just one of the favorites for me. But the space itself, what I love is like, you also have this little outdoor patio area, which is
like a smaller one here in the cocktail room for any smokers or any guests that just want to step outside. Larger is going to be on the opposite side, right outside the ballroom.
Yeah, nice space to like get some fresh air. You have like the string lights out there. Looks really nice at night. But yeah, the space in general, this whole cocktail hour is like.
We like to keep everything very neutral, so it doesn't clash with anybody's decor. So a lot of black, white, gray.
Yeah, this is definitely something where when you guys designed it, it was very well thought out. And as a photographer, I love that you really focus on making sure you don't forget about the bride, the couple,
Absolutely.
and especially like their immediate family, making sure they have a spot.
We want to always make sure the bride and groom eat, always.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I know at some point we're going to get a chance to speak with the chef, Nico. And, you know, the chef and the chef's team, they really get to show off when cocktail hour comes. And nobody does it better than the Gramercy Lakeside Manor. And as an entertainment company, we get to get fueled up right before it's party time. And the vibes are always high. The energy is strong. They've got a solid little sound system in here as well that helps us pipe music through so that the cocktail hour music is kind of spread out evenly throughout the event space. So yeah, cocktail hour, check. Well, we made it to the grand lobby, and we're going to pass it off to Victoria to talk a little bit more about this space. And then ultimately, we want our amazing photographer, Tim Anderson, to explain how and why he loves capturing the magic here.
All right. Well, one thing in this room is a lot of couples love taking pictures in front of our staircase. And we kind of, again, leave this kind of open so you could do whatever you want in here. So we could do either place cards or sign and book, picture frames up against this long table. You have room for your sign and board, you have room for your mirrors, a memory table, anything you want. Decorate the staircase. We'll put your names on the wall. Anything you want to do in here, you could do.
Yeah.
So my couples, I want them to remember they're the only event here that day. So whatever they want to do, free range.
I love that. That is definitely the fact that you focus on one wedding at a time is something worth bragging about for sure. And what I love is like, so you guys have an awesome outdoor space as well, But I mean, the weather that we're having, even just today, right now, it's like on and off a little bit. So the fact that you have these gorgeous spaces, even like inside, as like if you ever just needed to kind of make this a safe space to like get some gorgeous bride and groom couple portraits or family portraits, this is really like an awesome place. And I love the fact that this is one of the first things you see when you walk in. So like all the guests and everything, this is kind of like that wow factor. They're
Everyone
like,
looks
oh
at the
my
chandelier.
goodness.
They're like,
Yeah,
oh.
it's
And the
so
lighting in
good.
here is really good too.
I love it. Yeah, some natural light coming in through these windows for sure. Yeah, this is really good space.
I love it. So a little heads up on what this foyer could look like for you. Where are we going next?
Ballroom.
Ballroom. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the party zone, DJ Chuckie Hype. This is the grand entrance right here. Come on down, make the magic happen. Woo! So many possibilities. The vibes are high, and the party is lit. Let's go. We made it. We are in the grand ballroom. This is where the magic continues and ultimately comes to its climactic conclusion. You don't even know the energy that happens inside this ballroom. But for right now, we want to pass it off to Victoria to tell us a little bit more about this fantastic ballroom.
All right. So right now we are set for a Sweet 16. So it is set up a little bit differently. They have high tops as well. And as you see, they have stations around the room because they're doing a cocktail reception. Max in this room holds about 310. We like to do a minimum of about 100 in here. So your round tables that they use, these are 72-inch rounds that can fit up to 12 people at each. We can also do some long rectangular, and those can fit up to 22. Okay. And I like to mix and match. I like to personally come up with a floor plan with my couples to kind of personalize it more. Linens are all included. I personally, I don't know how you feel, I like the DJ up here.
I agree. I like when the DJ's over there as well.
I think that, yes, it is the couple's wedding, but the DJ is that focal point in that room because you want everybody dancing all night long.
And you know what it is? Where our camera is right now, maybe even a little bit in front, is sometimes where the head table is. And it's beautiful because there's 3 big windows behind us that are beautiful, and they have some sights to the beautiful grounds that are outside. And yes, ultimately, when the entertainment's set up over here, that allows us to really be able to survey the room and really be the place where the energy can kind of elevate.
I agree. And then we have our staircase, which the bride and groom are introduced from that staircase. Parents and bridal party come from that main doorway right onto the dance floor. We have a bar right on the opposite side of the room, but we also have tableside service, so the servers can get the guests their drinks as well. So if you have any elderly guests, they don't have to get up. The drinks will come right to them.
For sure. That bar, though, is a favorite for a lot of guests now. It's a gorgeous bar.
When it comes to capturing pictures, Tim, and you're inside this party zone, where are some of the places you like to capture some of your vantage points? Do you ever like to kind of actually get up there and sort of like shoot toward the dance floor area?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the style, the way that I shoot, I like to be right up in the mix of everything. So all the dancing going on, I'm with all the people on the dance floor for sure. But I definitely want to get all of the the grandness of this whole room. It's nice to kind of take a step back and find those different angles that really can do a good job of giving you that vantage point for sure.
Another thing that I appreciate is the lighting. They have their own lighting inside this ballroom that's available as well. And listen, as entertainment companies, we like to accent the room as well with our lighting when possible, but they already have a system that's in place that works really well, and I encourage you to participate with that when it comes to the lighting and talk to them about what that package can look like and how that can be an elevated atmosphere for you and your guests. I also love the fact that this place allows us to bring in some of the extra fun stuff. We can bring in the indoor sparklers. We can bring in the dancing on the clouds, right? We can bring in the CO2 cannons and the fun. And a lot of venues are saying no to those things. Now, when you have a professional company like us, we obviously have all the permits, we have all the wherewithal on how to use that stuff, and so hence why we're one of the preferred vendors here, because there's a trust level when it comes to utilizing 100%. These things. But you get the opportunity to have the extra atmosphere here on top of, obviously, amazing food, amazing service, and an amazing event space. So the grand
Weddings
ballroom.
should be fun. You want it to be a party. I'm a
agree.
partier, so
totally
I want to
agree.
party with the guests.
Yeah, every
So-
time I've come here, it's an absolute party. I want to ask, what do you feel like your couples when they after the wedding's all said and done, like what do you feel like is one of their favorite things that they rave about working with you guys?
I get a lot my response time. I'm like this because I understand what it is, what it feels like to be a bride.
Yeah.
So your mind is going 1,000 miles a minute.
Yeah.
So you want answers like this.
I love that.
So it doesn't matter. I tell my couples, I was like, I don't care what time it is. You have something, a thought in your mind, a question, just call me, text me, email me, whatever it is. I'll either get back to you right away or first thing in the morning. So
I love that. Super valuable.
I want to brag also about the Maitre D team and the way that the event team runs in this space. They keep you on time, they keep you on track, but they also let you do you. I see too many venue spaces that are just a little too rigid, They can't roll with the punches. I understand the kitchen has a time and the things need to come out because we want the food to be hot and the whole thing, but they're able to be adaptable. They're able
Have
to
to be.
Yeah, it's so good because
you can't go on a direct timeline. It's impossible.
Right, because things happen and we can make up the time in different areas. And we do because there's conversations behind the scenes with the Maitre D team, with the MC, with the photographer, and all this stuff works because everybody cares about making your event
100%.
amazing.
We're all here for the same reason. This is why I don't understand why some people always argue with vendors or like give them an issue. We're all here for the same reason.
100%. We're all one team. We
Yeah.
lock in together
Communication is key.
and life is good. We're outside the Gramercy, and this is typically our ceremony space, but I want to pass it off to Victoria so she could tell us a little bit more about this amazing space on the side of the party zone.
Yes, this is our ceremony space. So normally when we do have ceremonies, we'd have the white garden chair set up facing the gazebo. The couples, a decorator or florist can decorate the aisle and the gazebo however they would like, but they could also utilize outside for pictures. So we do have the lake behind us, which they have access to through the side gate, and then we do have a waterfall around the corner. So I know a lot of photographers love taking pictures in front of the waterfall.
Yeah.
And I love it out here for doing a night shot.
Absolutely.
We do have the string lighting out here as well, and it looks gorgeous for a night shot. Your guests also have access to out here throughout the night. We have the 2 doors leading outside. But here's the thing. We don't want to make it too comfortable for the guests to come outside because we want them inside partying. So that's why we don't.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's why we don't really set up anything too much outside. If the couples want it, if they're having a cigar roller, we'll maybe do a few high tops.
Yeah.
But normally we like to keep the guests inside partying all night long.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
I love that. I totally agree. And I think like having a nice outdoor space, like for the guests, if they want to get some fresh
Yeah.
air, this is a really nice place to come. What I think of is like, this is a really good spot for like first look.
Yes.
So if you wanted to come out here and have like a really nice like garden look area, this is really like spot on. This is what you want. And for portraits and everything, for sure, probably a favorite.
Yes.
For a lot of couples, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
And also when we're with the drone camera, right? And we're flying over the lake, another wonderful place to kind of like welcome your video when we get to the finished product, sort of into the Gramercy Lakeside Manor. Obviously makes sense. There's the lake, but tremendous opportunity to keep everybody contained for a real intimate ceremony. Like you said, they get to walk down this amazing aisle, present themselves underneath that gazebo, and then the gazebo, like you said, parlays into another beautiful shot later on when the nighttime kind of rolls in and all that vibe. All right, we are in the bridal suite, and this is where all the magic happens. Victoria, tell us about the bridal suite.
So our entire upstairs level is the suite. So we separate it so the guys have the back portion and girls have the front portion. And we actually add in on this entire room here. So they have a whole makeup room, cubbies, they can hang all their dresses, the girls can leave all their stuff in here the entire time. And the whole bridal party has access to it all night.
Yeah, I love this. This is brand new.
Yeah.
You guys are just adding this in.
Yep.
And
Stuff to add a little decor here and there.
yeah, but as an added space onto what was already a really nice suite area for the brides, bridesmaids, the grooms, groomsmen to just kind of hang out. I mean, I know that groom suite is like, that's a favorite for a lot of the,
It's like a little cigar lounge.
Yeah, that's what it kind of feels
Yeah.
like, and it's set up really well that way. So I love that this is all like really enough space that it feels like between here, the other room that was already set up, you have the hair and makeup stations. That's really nice for anybody that's doing beauty to be able to come in, and it feels like there's already a spot for them.
Yes.
Yeah, and another beautiful thing about this extra space that they just put in is we can close the door and keep our bride concealed, keep her hidden if we've got to move some pieces around before first look or before the ceremony. And so obviously doesn't shock me. The Gramercy thinks of everything. And here it is, another amazing add-on to the bridal suite that was already fantastic. Hot route, we are in the suite where the boys get ready. But for right now, we have a special magician, I'm going to call him, because it's the chef. It's Nico, and Nico is here, and he's going to talk about the culinary experience that you get from start to finish. And we were talking a little bit on the side, and he was giving us some really cool insight, and we're going to elaborate a little bit more about that. But
Yeah.
Timmy, are you excited?
Absolutely, yeah, no doubt. This is one of those things that when you ask guests their experience, like what do they remember from the wedding, the music and the food. So you're up there with like top 3 of the most important things of the day.
Okay.
So yeah, if you want, go ahead and introduce yourself.
How's it going? I'm Nico Kakunis. I'm the head chef at the Gramercy Lakeside Manor. I've been running the show here for, let's say, about 4 or 5 years now, and it's been a family business for about 40 years. We've been doing this. My father started it with my cousin and my uncle, and slowly trickled down to us. And now we're just trying to keep it running.
I love it. Trying to keep it running is super modest because you're doing a wonderful job. The place is amazing, and it's not trying to do anything. But I love that you have humility because obviously that's a great quality of your work. And so I want to know, what is it that's most important to you? Or what do you feel is most important when it comes to the food at the cocktail hour?
Oh, well, the food at the cocktail hour, it's, I think it's important to give people food that they know right off the bat. Yes, presentation is key, but, you don't want to go too much out of the box with it. You want to give them, again, like I said, food that they know and just do it correctly. Top quality products. Again, like I said before, you don't come here to try things. You come here because you're surrounded by people that you know, people that you love, friends and family, and good drinks and good music, and you just want to have like mac and cheese, or you want to have the flank steak, but it's going to be top quality. It's going to be good. You're not here to try duck confit or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Fun items.
Yeah,
You
fun
want
items.
fun
Exactly,
stations.
man.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
That's what everybody loves. The Mexican station, Asian wok, the
Yeah.
slider station. They want fun things.
Yeah, man. Chicken sliders, stuff like that. We're getting, a lot of requests for stuff like that, like little bite stuff. That
Flatbreads. Rice ball
pizzas,
station.
Rice ball station, exactly. You get a lot of that. Again, it's just food that people that food that you know.
I love it. So there's the comfort factor, which we love because, like you said, Nico, we have family and friends that are comfortable with each other. They know each other. So let's just give them that food that they're familiar with. But like you said, we're going to make it look good. And you said something earlier to me about the presentation. And I want you to elaborate a little bit more about presentation, because I do believe it matters. Take me through.
No, like presentation is always key, because everybody eats with their eyes first. They see it, and then that's how they know if they want to eat it. You know what I mean? So I just think it's very important to make food that's hits it on the money, that looks good, that looks fresh, and that was prepared that day. Stuff like that. I don't think it's very important to go too much out of the box with things. Like I've see a lot of like these new caterers, and I more respect to them. I think that's really creative. That what they do is how they, they out of the box kind of presentation with, like their building kind of things. Like the build your own charcuterie kind of thing. It's all cool and all, but I don't know. It's like I don't want to be talking to my friend at my boy's wedding, and it's just like I'm sitting there with like a palette full of like different things. And it's time consuming, exactly.
Yep.
You know.
Well, I got to tell you, the time that you do put into the cocktail hour is the best, and we love it here,
Thank you.
and it's
Thank
phenomenal,
you.
and the
Thank
food is always delicious, and it has us wanting for more all the time.
Thank you.
And so, kudos.
Thank you.
I want to talk about the Viennese hour that you guys have, because it literally is I've said this is one of the best dessert hours in probably all of New Jersey.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
You guys
Thank
really
you.
put on like a good show, and it's
Thank you.
the spread is amazing.
Thank you.
If you can just dive into that for a little bit.
Just always been a sweet tooth kid. You know, I've always loved like little cakes and stuff like that. Tried to, you know, you go to the catering halls, you always see like your, what is it, like the Italian pastries. Yes, we have that stuff too, but, you know, I've kind of like dived into like the mini cakes and, you know, doing like the dressed up milkshakes.
I was just gonna say, you guys put out
Yeah.
these little milkshakes, and they're like,
Yeah, so I remember when I was dating my wife, we went to this place in the city called Black Tap, and I remember that they always dressed up their milkshakes like very extravagant, like I'm talking like cotton candy and like things. I mean, if you know it, you know. So, you know, I always wanted to recreate that, and you know, being you know who I am here, I had the ability to do it, so I just tried to take a little bit of that and brought it here, and it stuck.
Yeah.
It stuck big, man. Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the tough things
Yeah.
for a DJ to compete with good dessert spreads. So you got your work cut out for you.
Thank you.
You know what? You said it. And Viennese hour here is definitely an opposing force, but it's worth it. And I understand. And I tell my bride and groom and my couples, you spent some good money for this. I tell them, enjoy it. Don't worry. We'll get the banging dance floor back.
Yeah.
Just go get some of that sugar,
Yeah.
yummy, yum. Okay.
It's your
And
energy.
I got your back. I said, get a little bit of that Sanka, get a little bit of that coffee, get a little bit of that espresso. We'll bring you back. But yeah, for sure.
That's exactly why we do it where we do it. That we do it in the hallway and it wraps around to the lobby. Because if you move it to the cocktail room, you're going to die your party out. Dead.
Exactly.
People are getting comfortable,
You
then
want-
they're going to want to go
yeah.
home.
You want that merry-go-round.
Yes,
Just
exactly.
keep that merry-go-round going.
They come out, get their desserts, get right back in the room,
Exactly.
party till the end. I tell the DJs, don't stop the music, keep it going, because you don't want to stop it. You want them to keep going, get right back on
Yeah.
that dance floor.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. And another case in point, why what I said earlier about working together as a team. The team understands, okay, it's super important for presentation, it's super important for them to enjoy the Viennese, but they also care about the fact that there's an entertainment team that wants to keep the party going. So structured in a way where it still can be presented. They could sprawl out and do it so much bigger if they went to the cocktail hour room. However, they realize we're going to power pack it in this kind of merry-go-round, like you said, get in, get back into the party zone. And like, again, why we love working with this team right over here. So, all right, we went to cocktail hour. We went straight to dessert. But we're going to back up because now we've got 150 people, okay, trying to refuel after they were already stuffed from cocktail hour, but they danced for 2 hours with us on the dance floor, and now they're ready for their main course. So take me through what it looks like behind the scenes with the amazing team that supports you, that ultimately gets the meals out warm, on time, with the catering team that's sort of helping deliver the magic.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got a great team behind me. I wouldn't be where I am today without those guys and girls, actually, too. And, you know, it starts from the jump, from what I was always taught. You do things from scratch. We make our own stocks, make our own sauces. Nothing powder, nothing from a can, nothing like that. I've always believed in doing things the correct way, the right way. And, you'll never dissatisfy anybody if you do it that way. You understand what I'm saying? It's just, I was always taught, you want a perfect sauce, you make your own stock. And that's what I do every week. We make our stocks. We roast the bones, roast the vegetables, everything like that. And I just, when I sit down and speak to a couple, I go in depth with them, like, and stuff like, allergy wise, like, you don't have to worry about these peanut allergies or anything like that. And I can tweak the recipe a little bit for them if they are a little bit iffy about having stuff like that. You know what I mean? So that's why I believe doing things from scratch, of course, doing things at the quantity of people that we do on the mat, it's, it does help to kind of buy things pre-done a little bit. But the main things, dinner-wise, is all done from scratch. And I feel that if you do that, it makes for a better product.
Yeah, the experience is going to be more authentic.
Exactly.
And like Tim said, people are going to leave this place feeling so satisfied with that end result of the food, because food is something that brings us together. It gathers us. I get it. As a DJ, we obviously love the fun factor and the whole thing, but it's super important. And then obviously having the bartenders pouring them tall and strong always helps out as well. We love that. And that's fantastic. I understand we don't have our captain or our maitre d' on staff, but maybe you can help kind of talk to us a little bit about how the maitre d' sort of, both of you can take this away, but how the maitre d' who runs the team on the floor kind of communicates with the captain, Nico, and your team. How do you sort of keep that synergy going that runs these seamless events?
Communication. Yeah, basically. I
Always
mean,
communication.
we're always either on the floor or in the kitchen. So they're communicating with me. They go right to Nico. I go to Nico. We're all, it's a constant communication. Constant.
Yeah, we try to keep that whole, like, the voice only comes from one person kind of thing. Like, I hate that, because then that's how things get blocked out, and, like, you can't find this person. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, the communication has to come from everybody, so they know who to go to. But, I mean...
Yeah, it's kind of hard to, No. I guess you just have to be there to kind of experience it.
So what I'm hearing is it's a family, and the family knows how to work with each other. Exactly. And when you keep the family together, there's a continuity that's sort of unspoken that allows for the event to run smooth. I have to tell you, from our perspective, when Tim's shooting the wedding as a photographer and I'm entertainment as a DJ or our team, we only see flawless execution. And we know what behind the scenes looks like even in our world. But we also know that when you have continuity and you have people you work with all the time and there's not this big turnover, all of a sudden the family runs and the business gets done, and the timing is on point and it is flawless. And I understand the importance of communication, and I know when we're on the job here, we have a comfort level to even go back and talk to people and say what's going on. For example, there's times where we know something that's going to happen, or we know Tim is getting ready to take them out for the night shot, or whatever the case may be. And so we're talking to you as to say, hey, we're not opening a Vietnamese hour for another 5 minutes. Can we take them out for a night shot? And then you all are like, absolutely, let's do that. And we're letting you know even ahead of time, hey, by the way, they want to do this special thing. Can dinner be 5 minutes later? And we give you a heads up an hour beforehand, and all of a sudden it happens. It's so good. And again, the things that happen behind the scenes here when you get to work with the preferred vendors and the Gramercy and the Lakeside, it just works, man. It just works.
There's that trust that we all have in each other. Like, I'm going to do a good job. She knows I'm going to do a good job. You know what I mean?
He's really good with, let's say, speeches go on way too long, right? Finally get them up on the dance floor. He has dinner set, because as soon as he lets us know, we put it on the board so everybody's aware what time dinner is going to be. Then one of my hosts usually goes and tells the DJ, okay, dinner's at this time. Then we also give you a 5-minute heads up. Speeches go a little bit longer than they should. I'm like, oh, crap. So then, all right, dinner's going to be at this time. I look at Nick and I'm like, I got to give him dancing time. I was like, we got to push dinner. He's like, no problem. No problem. And we pushed dinner like 10, just to give him an extra 10 minutes of dancing time, because these people were just sitting for how long listening to all these speeches.
you know, again, we're here for the couple.
Yes.
They're not here for us.
Right.
You know, like I said before, you know, you're not here to try things. We're not linear. You're not here for the experience. You know what I mean? We're here to give you the experience. So that's why if you gotta extend 10 more minutes to make his life easier,
Yeah.
then we make
He
it 10
never
more
gives
minutes.
me problems. So I was like,
Yeah,
no problem.
dude, that's it.
And Nico, thank you for that and we know that when we're here because we feel that. And I was saying earlier about the flow and how there's some venue spaces that we work at that are too set and too rigid. Now I understand the work that you got to put in behind the scenes. So to our brides, groups of couples, asking to extend too much longer than 10 minutes is not good. We love you. We'll power pack the dance floor. Give us that 10 minutes, but understand we gotta get to the meal. The speeches did their thing. They went a little long, but there is also a rhythm and a pace to the dinner. So although we appreciate the time and consideration you give, I also stress the importance to our brides, to our grooms, to our couples, how important it is to keep on schedule a bit as well.
Yeah.
I understand you're having the time of your life. We're fist pumping. It's happening. But there's also a very good meal that needs to be shared. Yeah. We spent some money. We invested some money into this meal. Let's get it out on time. Let's get it out warm. And I know that you appreciate when we don't, let's say, take that time for granted and just run with it and hide because that's not nice. And again, this is just really, it's like a love fest, kind of just talking about how much we all enjoy working together and what's the magic behind it all.
Yeah, I want to ask because I really do feel like it's one of those things that you have to just come in and experience it and take a tour. If you're not lucky enough to actually just get to attend a wedding here to see what it's like. But yeah, who do you think really is the perfect couple for this space, and who do you feel like the Gramercy is perfect for when they are looking for the right place to have their wedding or event?
Anybody, really.
Yeah.
Anybody. We're very adaptable. So, and I mean, we do so many different styles, different types of couples, different cultures. He is good with, Haitian food. Yeah. Doing Jamaican jerk chicken, doing like he could adapt and switch it up, and so it's kind of anybody.
I get like these couples that come in and they want like certain ethnic food, and I do my due diligence. I do my homework.
Yeah.
I sit down with them and I ask them what dishes do you exactly want, and they show me, they tell me, and bring it back to school. But you do your homework. They're paying you all this money. They're paying you for this service. Don't be stuck up. Don't put your nose up in the air. I don't do that. Bro, again, we're here for you. You're not here for us. Just do the homework and you'll execute.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And that's
Trust
why-
your team. Trust your team.
Yeah.
And that's it, man.
And that's why we
It's
allow
simple.
them to come in for food tasting. So
Yeah.
if there is, different food that somebody wants, he'll make it, have them come in for a tasting. And be very honest, if it's not to their tasting and they want to bring something in, we allow them to bring, if it's cultural, we allow them to bring that in.
Yeah, you're not
Tray
stepping
it
on
to
my
for cocktail
toes.
hour.
Yeah.
So
I love that. And that was a great question, Tim. And I appreciate the willingness to learn because I know from DJ perspective, there's different music, there's different ideas.
Yeah.
And I want to learn what I don't know. Exactly. And I want to be able to give you the music that you want to hear. Yeah. And I love hearing with the food that you say, listen, challenge accepted. Let's go ahead and take a crack at it. Have this tasting. Wow, this is amazing. And oh, by the way, like you said, we've got these 4 or 5 dishes already planned, but you've got your heart set on this specific ethnic food that only your special aunt's recipe, whatever, and you're like, I gotta have this at my Sweet 16 or whatever else is happening. We're gonna accommodate. I know that from our perspective, if there is a specific style of music that you have and you want to provide us with a link to it, it works. Like, let's just talk about it. Let's do it. Very cool. Great question. And I do know this is definitely a 5-star, amazing experience. And it's been an honor for us to be a part of this with you both and giving us your time to kind of walk us through this amazing event space that we've loved for so long. But now we get to really just feel like it's ours as well. And I know when Tim and I are out at these bridal expos and we're getting to meet with people and they don't have a wedding venue space yet, but they trust Tim and they know, well, I don't know where I'm having my party, but I know you're taking the pictures, or they trust Fresh New Angle with the entertainment or wherever else we do. And they're like, we don't know where we're having our party yet. Now we get to ask questions and really confidently say to our couples, well, look, do you want it to be amazing and stress-free? Because I'm going to give you the Gramercy.
Thank you.
Boom.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Lakeside Manor. Well, do you want to add anything else, Tim?
Not necessarily. I definitely want anybody who's watching to know where to reach out to you, where to contact, and all that fun stuff.
GramercyNJ.com. Also on Instagram at the GramercyNJ. Do you want to give those are two main ones, yeah.
I wish I was one of those chefs that had a page, but I'm too busy to keep up with anything like that. So
You
if
can reach
wanna-
me personally at Victoria_Gramercy.
Yeah.
And
That's it for me,
Yeah.
man. Thank you so much, guys.
Give
I
us a
really
call,
appreciate
guys.
being here with you guys. Thank you.
I mean, we appreciate you. And like Victoria said, just find her. She's the gatekeeper. She's got all the answers. She's going to be available to you. But we wanted you to get a little insight. It's very rare that you get a chance to have the chef come on and have a conversation. We do these spotlights, and I just am honored that you took the time to help us out. I know you've got a huge event coming up tomorrow, and you got a lot of preparation to do. And again, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. We look forward to continuing to rock the house with you guys and be awesome. Let's go.
Thanks, guys.
Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you, Fresh New Angle and Wedding Photo NJ.
Pleasure. This is awesome. This is
Appreciate you.